My name is Carol Hess. I'm a provider in the Sacramento, California area. I have been teaching high school for the last 20 years. I got an opportunity to become the vice principal for a while, and I found out the common denominator was that kids who were struggling with learning became discipline problems and ended up dropping out of school. One of the things that I found is that kids who think of themselves as poor learners or stupid give up and they have no hope, and then they become discipline problems. As a provider, I've taken in about 15 children through this program now, and if you had an opportunity to listen to the parents, they say things like, "I've got my kid back," or "How does this work? I don't know how it works," but all of a sudden they want to read, and they didn't want to read before. One of the students, his name is Alex. When he came to us, he was on 3 different drugs medications to handle his hyperactivity and bipolar, and was not even functioning well in private school. When he began the program, he came in disappointed, depressed, angry. He didn't want to try anything. By the end of the 5th week, he bound in every single day and just finished with his testing, and is now in public school. 50% of his medications have been dropped off, and he's performing at grade level for the first time in his life. Another child I want to tell you about, his name is Kelly. Kelly's parents were told that she should be held back in 3rd grade, and her parents said, "No, I don't think so." Kelly went through the program this summer and entered in the school in September, having just finished the program. Parents reported to me that not only is she excelling in her class, she has actually been put up a year into the 1-year higher reading level, and is able to do math facts that she's never been able to do before.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Betancourt. We had a young boy in 3rd grade by the name of Alex who went through our PACE program. He was in 3rd grade reading on a 1st grade level. After 10 weeks in this case of intensive training, Alex caught up very quickly with the rest of his class within a month after the PACE program, and was reading actually on a 4th grade level. His mother stated that before he would never attempt to read, and it was a struggle to get him to do all of his homework. They would spend approximately 2.5 to 3 hours every night, and she stated it was causing a lot of family disruption, and Alex just felt like he was a failure in school. After the program, again, he came back up to age level with his reading, and his mother states that she spends very little, if any, time. Alex does most of his homework on his own now and carries books with him wherever he goes. He's a very active athlete, and whenever he goes to soccer matches, he always carries 2 or 3 books and loves to read. We have been a provider of the PACE program for several years now, and have had many stories. All the children that have been through the program have benefited tremendously and have made great gains in school. There's been a lot of transfer from the skills practicing into the classroom setting, and the parents have been surprised at how that transfer has taken place with the type of training and skill activities that we stress in our program, and how that is able to then transfer in the academic environment. And many of the children have had tremendous success in the school after going through the program.
We had a mom that was very frustrated with her 10-year-old boy, and when he came in, he was very short attention span, couldn't stay on task very long, but by the end of the program, and after he graduated the program, 2 weeks into the new school year, his mom called us and said she had never, ever, 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 ever had to tell her son to quit reading before he went to bed, and she couldn't believe the other changes that he was getting in school, and it's just been an amazing thing.
Hi, my name is Bridget Zoltek, and I'm the director of the Kurt Center for Cognitive Development in Winter Park, Florida. We've been in existence to treat cognitive training issues for over 15 years. In the past year, we've brought on the PACE program, and we've been a licensed PACE provider. During that time, we've seen phenomenal changes in our clients. And what we've seen is an increase of anywhere from 2 to 10 years in several, not just one, but many areas of cognition. And we've also, from the business standpoint, it's really helped our business stay in business this year because it has reduced our labor cost. The way that we were doing things before entailed a lot of individualized planning, and we were getting good results. But with this way, we don't have to spend hours and hours. For every hour that we teach, we don't have to spend an hour planning. So it's made it a much better, well-oiled, efficient machine from the business standpoint. Overall, we see the PACE program as a very nice win-win for a therapeutic and a business mix. We were always able to achieve good results at our center. The PACE program, however, has allowed us to achieve higher and more consistent results, as well as in a shorter amount of time. This has allowed us to serve our clients faster, and it's reduced the overall bill of our clients. One comment that we get from other professionals is they have a problem with the fact that the testing results aren't normed for the Gibson, and that they're not standardized enough. So we said, okay, fine, we'll use nationally normed standardized tests. Let me show you. And so then we replaced a few of the Gibsons with other tests that measured the same things, and we're still showing the same results. So it just doesn't matter if you're not teaching to the test, they're changing. They're totally changing. So it doesn't matter what measure you use as long as it's a valid measure.
You know, one thing I would say that is applicable to all the students that I have trained is, in terms of their successes, is that not only do we progress through the levels of the various procedures that seem right to help them, and the success in those, but it is that tremendous sense of accomplishment that they feel in achieving those levels, that they get to the point where they feel like they can do any darn thing. And I really enjoy seeing that when they leave with that attitude.
When we listened to her reading, it was torture, because her reading sounded very unnatural. She would skip entire lines. She would look at the first 2 letters of a word and guess the rest, and miss punctuation. Run sentences together. We looked around for a number of things to do, and we found a PACE provider that was 5 minutes from our house, so we decided to try PACE. At that time, we didn't expect a lot from the program, but since we wanted to try everything that we could to help our daughter, we decided it was worth a try. After 3 weeks, we kind of thought we saw an improvement in her reading, but we weren't sure. This is my husband and myself. After 4 weeks, we agreed that there was definitely an improvement in her reading fluency. After 8 weeks, it was very obvious, and by the time she finished the 12-week program, she was reading fluently on a 4th grade level.
I have a